I actually want to talk about the elephant in the room. I talked about this I talked about this last week, and I'm going to talk about it some more because there's some other tidbits that just came to the light. And this is concerning Xbox again, guys. So this is my Xbox update, and it ain't good.
What, nigga?
Okay, it's not really good. I'm going to just say it right now. I really don't trust Microsoft. I don't trust them. They can tell me anything. They can tell me right now I have I have 10 toes and 10 fingers, and I would be questioning that. That's how much I trust Microsoft right now. Okay. I should say mainly Xbox though. If you're a gamer head like me who keeps up with all this stuff, guys, keeps up with what goes on behind the curtain and is interested in things like that, you have no choice but to see those dead bodies being drugged, put in paper bags and dumped out into the trash can or driven away. That's just what it is.
Please don't.
And right now with this news, and this has been out for a little bit, but Costco's and Sam's Club have pretty much discontinued their Xbox stock. Okay, so you will not see any more Xbox stock in any of those stores, but they also sell things like electronics and game systems and things like that. They sell a multitude of things, and apparently Xbox is not going to be one of them anymore. Okay. Now, this is what has a lot of people just shook. A lot of Xbox fans like worried or wondering, why is this happening? There has to be a reason for this. And what makes it even more evident is the fact that right now we are in October, and October is really September is where it starts. That's when most companies are gearing up for Christmas. This is when most people start getting together, start counting their pennies and figuring out who's going to get what for Christmas. And that's when the shopping starts to begin, right? And now we're in the middle of October, and this is more prevalent than at any other time right now. So there's a lot of shopping going on for December right now. And if you go to Costco's or if you go to Sam's Club and you don't see these consoles there, then you know that's not good. That's not a good thing. If I'm any of these companies, I'm trying to stock this stuff in there because I'm trying to sell it.
Show me the money.
But if you look at the sales numbers as of late, guys, with Xbox, it's not pretty. Okay. It's not pretty at all. And maybe they decided to do that for business reasons. I think that's what one of them said. And then there's something that came out not too long after that, where they were saying Target and Walmart are going to do the same thing. Upon further review, I dug into this a little bit, and even Microsoft decided to leave a message about this. They're playing damage control right now, but apparently this is only happening in certain areas, okay? Certain specific store locations. So it's not going to be every Target and Walmart, because apparently they still have a relationship with Microsoft or Xbox, and they're still going to be holding their stuff in those stores right now. But certain stores and certain areas, guys, has looked at it and said, you know what, it doesn't make any sense for us to restock this. It just doesn't. And then add to the fact that Costco's and stores like Sam's Club is already doing that to begin with. It's not going to be very hard. You got to follow the breadcrumbs. I always say this. If you're a long time listener, you've heard me use this analogy a few times probably. And I've always said, follow the breadcrumbs, because if you follow those, they're not going to lead you astray. They're going to tell you what you need to know. They can say whatever they want. Microsoft, Xbox, they can say whatever they want to you. But if you follow those breadcrumbs, guys, it's going to lead you to someone's kitchen, someone's counter, and I guarantee you're going to find a nice, huge tub of warm butter.
Smooth like butter.
I can almost guarantee it. So just keep following those crumbs until you get to someone's counter, and you will find that Xbox brand of liquefied butter.
And if they doing this shit to me.
And that's apparently what's going on, guys. And I've always said this. Microsoft is going to tell you it's no until it's yes. And until they prove to me otherwise, man, I can't trust them. They've told so many lies. They have contradicted themselves so many times, especially as of late, guys. There's nothing that they can say to me personally, and I will buy it. Until I actually see that new console that they talked about, that they're working on right now, I am not going to believe that they have a new console coming out, guys. Because Xbox literally said, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. They mentioned their agreement with AMD. And they said, if you have any questions, go check that out. Go check out our contract with AMD on our website. Basically trying to say, look, we have a contract with AMD. They're the ones that are going to be working on our new console. So there's no way that we're not going to have a new console coming out. But guys, that means nothing. That means absolutely nothing. That contract could end so fast in a blink of an eye. Okay. And it probably will. So until I see those new consoles physically in stores, I'm not going to believe it. Because Xbox has lied so many times. They have told us that certain games were so good and so great and they loved it and they can't wait to continue to play them. And then a few weeks later, they actually axed the whole project. They fire everyone. All the devs, even games that have sold very well. That's what really got me. I was like, wow, this game was doing extremely well. And you guys still killed the studio.
Let's look inside.
You can't make this shit up, guys. Now, they're never going to admit this to you, but guys, they have been taking financial losses like nobody's business. I don't know who's in charge of making these decisions as far as the gaming sector is concerned, but guys, whoever it is, they're sitting in their office right now. I guarantee you, with sake glasses filled to the fucking brim, Sherm and endo sticks ready to be lit, tubs of butter, all melted, just spread out like landmines in their office. And I guarantee you there's a lot of discombobulated, passed out individuals with their pants down around their ankles. And strange things are happening. They're probably happening right now as I'm speaking into this microphone. Because I don't know who this guy is making this decision or these decisions, guys, but they're terrible. Let's spend billions of dollars on a shit ton of companies and not use them. Let's do that. They lost millions for putting the last Call of Duty on Game Pass. That hurt them. They thought that was going to get them more Xbox Game Pass subscribers, but it didn't. And now they're raising prices from 14 months ago, which was $17.99, and now they are $29.99. I mean, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen after doing these things? After making these moves? It doesn't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying, guys. They have so much money that it doesn't matter. It's just play money. They bought all this shit and they had no idea what to do with it. So then they just threw it away. They just threw it away. They don't even have the respect to go out and hire people who are actually capable of making some of this stuff come to fruition. Bring it to life, put it out, make gamers happy. They'd rather just say fuck it and throw it away. And that's what they're probably going to do with this new console. I'm just keeping it real, guys. They're going to cut corners. They're going to continue to cut corners. When they make a mistake, they have to clean it up. I'm sure their bosses are telling them, yo, you guys have lost us a shit ton of money. We need this cash back. We got to get this cash back. How are we going to get this cash back? First, they're going to do a bunch of fucking firings. They're going to kill a lot of studios, right? That's what they're going to do first. And then they're going to go to cloud gaming. They're going to ditch the hardware and they're going to go straight to cloud gaming, which is what they really want to do. They want least amount of resistance as possible. They don't want to have warehouses and they don't want to hold this hardware in these warehouses and pay another, I don't know how much it would cost, but to keep these warehouses afloat, to keep this stuff there. They don't want to do that. They don't want to pay people to put this stuff together, to ship this stuff out. They want their ecosystem in every thumb drive, every cell phone, every smart TV. That's where they want their stuff. The only thing they want you to buy is a controller. That's it. And that's what they really want. That's what they're trying to do here. Okay. They're extremely, extremely infatuated with AI, which most tech companies are. And they're trying to take advantage of that as well. They're going to cut a lot of throats and cost a lot of people a lot of jobs. And that's what they're doing. They're trimming the fat. And they don't care who gets caught in the crossfire. They don't. Because most companies, this big with this much pull, this much money, this much influence, they tend to not give a damn about shit like that. The collateral damage is the gamer. The people who love Xbox, who was with Xbox from day one. A lot of these people. It's sad to see where Xbox is now. Truly is. It's very, very depressing to see what's happened, because nothing ever stays the same. And this is what Xbox has become. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've pretty much said all I need to say about them. The mistakes were made. I don't know if they can come back from this. Like I said, I will only believe Xbox until I see that new console. Okay. I'm still rocking with the Game Pass right now because my son is an Xbox kid. His first console was the Xbox One when he was 8 years old. I still have the picture. You can still see the picture. If you go to my Instagram, it's still there that day that he got that. And he was so happy. I remember him making his first friend online. I remember all of that. So it has a special place in his heart, and it has a special place in my heart because of what it did for him. You know, I was giving him the Xbox because the ecosystem was so easy to get into at that time. It made sense for casual gamers. If they wanted to play, they could start there and kind of expand if they wanted to go further. And it was the perfect entry level machine at that time for an 8-year-old kid. And that's why I did it. And then I discovered that, this Game Pass shit is really cool. I want some of this. And then we both started. So I had to buy another Xbox because I wanted to get some of that as well. So, I'm still paying for it because he enjoys Game Pass. He enjoys Fortnite, and they have this Fortnite club, wherever it is they got. So he's gonna get a lot of out of the money that I'm paying. He's gonna get a lot of it out of there. So if it wasn't for him, though, I would definitely just cherry pick games, 2 to 3 months out of the year, and that would be it. Because that's about all I play. About 2 to 3 months a year out of the calendar year is when I play Xbox. Until they raise this price again, I guess we're sticking with it right now. But I'm not happy about it, and a lot of people, feel the same way. All the big Xbox, well, I'm not gonna say all, but I'm gonna say a lot of them have, stopped supporting them as far as Game Pass is concerned. For my son's sake, I hope that they can pull it together, because he still thinks that, when the next system comes out, I'm going to get it. Supposedly in 2027, guys, is when it's supposed to drop. So either I need to get my money and ready to get that system come 2027, or I'll just have a big wad of cash sitting there to buy something else. Maybe his first PC or some shit like that. I don't know. That's where we're at. And I just thought I had to report that with you guys. I'll definitely keep you covered. Anything new comes up, I will definitely lace you guys up.